Today's episode is probably one of the most important conversations we've had on CEO Numbers Network because we're pulling back the curtain on a major evolution that's happening inside our company. And before the rumors start or any assumptions get made, I want to clear this up immediately. Kickstart Accounting was not sold. There is no new ownership. There is no new leadership team. I am still the CEO, and we still have the same management and operations team. What's changing is how we communicate who we are, how we serve business owners, and the long-term vision we're building towards. Over the last 11 years, we've evolved from a bookkeeping company into something so much bigger. We've realized that what we're actually delivering to clients went far beyond bookkeeping. We were helping business owners think strategically, lead confidently, and make decisions like true CEOs. This rebrand, it isn't about becoming a different company. It's about owning who we already are. So today, Victoria and I are having a real conversation about why we made this decision, what's changing, what's staying exactly the same, and how this connects to our mission through CEO Numbers Network. And most importantly, what I want you to walk away from with this episode is what you can learn about building a healthy, sustainable, valuable business for the long term. I'm here to show up as an example for you and to share these experiences as they unfold here at Kickstart Accounting Group. I want to be clear, the number one thing that's staying the same is our level of excitement and passion for what we do, for helping business owners receive accurate financial statements, to be able to make better business decisions, to feel like a confident CEO, and to step into our seat and to lead as a visionary of our businesses. So thank you for being on this journey with me. And here is my conversation with Victoria. Victoria, welcome back to CEO Numbers Network.
Well, thank you for having me. This is technically my first time on CEO Numbers Network.
Well, we had big news and announcements for everyone listening. And so I wanted to have Victoria on the podcast to walk through everything that we've been doing. So we have been sitting on this for maybe 6 to 8 months now. And
maybe a little longer than that. It's been almost a year.
It's crazy how long we've been talking about this. So we want to be very clear that this episode is a chance for us to have a conversation on this rebrand, what we did, why we did it, and the lessons that we believe that any business owner can learn from what we've experienced and what we've implemented. I want to be clear, this isn't just about a new logo and colors. We really want to talk about what this means as a firm, what it means for our clients, and what it means for the future here.
Yeah, absolutely. I think people get caught up in the glitz and the glam of all of the pretty stuff. And I'm so excited for our new logo and fonts and all that fun stuff. But really, branding is so much more than that. And, just with the name change of the podcast, we are trying to speak to the right audience, and this just allows us to do that so much better.
Yeah, when I think about where this actually came from, last year we wanted to just redo the logo, and we kept on having conversations with as a team and with our team about the logo and who Kickstart is today, and we kept on landing back to that we needed to be clearer about who we are, who we're actually serving, who we're talking to. From a marketing perspective, working with the team to really nail down how we serve each of our audiences and the way that we want to continue to serve them. Do you want to share how that experience was for you on your side as we decided to break those divisions down?
I guess taking it back to the beginning of this project, it just felt like nothing was hitting the mark. And we worked with a very talented designer who basically set us down and was like, look, guys, I think you're trying to do too much with one thing. And we have prided ourselves on build to sell and having our offer and doing that and staying focused. And we realized that we weren't as focused as we could be. So while we still wanted to do everything and offer CFO services, stay true to ourselves with bookkeeping, and then we have KSA Tax Partners as well, this allowed us to stay focused in each area. So it's not like we're deviating from the path, but we're able to do both really well. So that's kind of how this came about. It was just a comment made by our designer. And then we had our quarterly planning session that we have every single quarter. We were sitting around the table in Cleveland, and we were like, well, why don't we just give this a shot? Let's just come up with some ideas. And you have three of possibly the least creative people,
Hey, I think we did pretty darn good though.
We came up with like the worst potential names. We were not very visionary with that. And so another step is we brought in the right people. We brought in Danny, our brand strategist that we've worked with in the past, and she's incredibly talented, and she was able to keep us focused, give us ideas. We ended up coming up with the name, but her work really led us there, and she asked the right questions, and that kind of led us to the 3 divisions.
I love the way that we have this broken out, and I think it allows us to continue to do what we do best. I've been reflecting a lot on my journey and just Kickstart over the last 11 years as we've gone through this process. I wanted to make sure that we weren't straying away from our core values, our vision, the original mission. And when I think about that, my experience as a CFO, when I started Kickstart and I wanted to build these strategic plans and budgets, we realized that you can't create a budget unless you have bookkeeping. And I stand behind that. So no matter what, forever and always, I think bookkeeping is the most important person on your money team. They are the foundation. And without accurate numbers that are delivered to you on time every single month, you cannot do any of the other fancy things. And so when I think about these 3 divisions, bookkeeping is and will always be the foundation of that. So the ability to look backwards and say, okay, here's what just happened and here's what it means for my business. What I think is interesting as we've worked with different EOS implementers, we've worked with other coaches throughout the years, and they said, what you guys really do in bookkeeping is mini CFO.
I think that's the perk of having a former corporate CFO leading your bookkeeping team.
Yeah. So we've always delivered that mini CFO service. And I do want to be clear for anyone who is a current client, nothing's changing about that. You're going to continue to receive the same snapshot. We will continue to theme it every month. You'll still have a podcast episode from CEO Numbers Network. We are still going education first, teaching you how to use your numbers, how to use them to grow your business. All of that is still foundational core. But what having Envision CFO allows us to do is to speak to a very different market. Bookkeeping, often we find when people are coming to us originally for bookkeeping services, the feelings are lost, confused, frustrated. I know that there's a better use of my time. I go to look at the numbers and I don't feel confident here. Like, it's a very frustrating place to be. And then I think our Envision CFO is for that business owner who gets accurate reports, knows their numbers, already uses them to make business decisions, and is ready for that next evolution of that to start to use them to see the future.
Yeah, it is a different feeling. We kind of joke about it sometimes that our services could be for everyone, but a lot of it is tied to mindset, and we talk about money mindset a lot. But I feel like there is a shift within business owners, entrepreneurs, CEOs when they get to that point where they're like, what now? How do I look forward in my business? So that's where Envision CFO really kicks in. We're looking not just 1 year in the future, like we offer budgets with our bookkeeping services, but we're looking at 1 year, 3 year, 10 years. We're like pointing you towards your ultimate North Star.
I think there's this evolution that happens through the financial phases for a business owner. First, we're looking for the foundation, right? I just need accurate numbers. I need to be able to finally look at a report and start to understand it. And that evolution kind of brings you to the CEO seat. And as you start to say, like, okay, I'm getting this snapshot. This makes sense. I like receiving it. This feels good. We start to shift to visionary. So you're still CEO, but you're also responsible and are able to own your role as the visionary of your business. When I think about the rebrand and what it meant for me as a CEO, I think it's doing just that. I want to recommit to all of our clients and recommit to our team and everybody involved in this mission that we're in it for the long game. So it's my way of saying, yes, let's commit to the next 10 years to say, okay, this is our vision. This is our North Star. This is where Kickstart is going over the next 10 years. So we do have a 10-year plan, a 3-year plan, and a 1-year budget. But this is our commitment to say that we're going to continue to double down on building value in this business and recommit to the next 10 years.
I know I might be going a little rogue here, but Danielle, do you want to talk a little bit more about that value building?
Yeah. So as a business owner, I'll go back to this evolution, right? When we're setting the foundation and just getting a grasp on our financials, our biggest focus is revenue in, maybe expenses. As we step into that CEO seat, we're able to start to think about net income. That's your profit or loss that's coming into the business every month. But that is very tactical. That is the right here, right now. And I know it's hard for people to think about what's going to happen to their business in the future. We're not all aging in reverse. We might not all want to be doing this for forever. So thinking about our future as a business owner and the future of our business, every single one of us has the responsibility to set that vision, to create value in your business, so that even if it's on your mind today, in 3 years, 5 years, in 10 years, when something feels right, you're able to have something that is sellable, or you're able to transition to another team member. You're able to transition to it doesn't have to be a private equity big time sale, but it can be a transition so that your mission and your vision can stay alive within your company. And by building value in things like rebranding, trademarks, our standard operating procedures, the framework, for us, it's our product, the snapshot. Doing those things creates a life that can live outside of you as a business owner, and that can feel a little like we got to set aside our ego and be okay with that. But building something that can survive us and doesn't have to rely on us, that can be transitioned on, that can be a real wealth builder for you and your team.
And even beyond that, thinking about the legacy that you want to lead, and emergencies happen. I hate to be the person that says that, but God forbid anything ever happens. You want to make sure your family is taken care of. You don't want to leave them not knowing what to do with your business. So even taking yourself out of the equation, are you leaving your family or your team something that can sustain them past your departure, even if it's unexpected?
So just for clarity, we did not sell the business. So I am still the owner and CEO. We still have the same leadership team. Victoria is our VP of operations. We have Kelsey as our vice president. Nothing's changed. Our leadership team is still here. We are showing up excited to serve our clients day in and day out. With this rebrand, I think if I can summarize it in the most meaningful way, would be our recommitment to you as our clients, as our audience, and as the entrepreneurship world that we serve. It's our recommitment that we are ready to continue to serve, but also to serve at the next highest level in the most professional way, in a way that cares so deeply. Like our team, when I think about our culture, like they are a team of people who actually really care about our clients and our team together. And so it's our way of recommitting to everybody involved, our clients, our team, the culture that we've created. And so just want to be very clear to everybody who is involved in this that nothing has changed there.
Yeah, absolutely. I wish we bragged on our team more, because truly I've never seen a group of people care so much about one thing, and seeing how much they care about their clients and we as a whole care about the mission is very unique. And especially in this industry, I think it's rare.
Oh, I just went to an accounting event recently, and sharing what we do with a group of CPAs. I'll tell you guys, we are one of a kind. But I do want to say that because everything that we do is so intentional. Our bookkeeping services and the way that we deliver them as mini CFO, our CFO services, and the way that we intentionally have created something that allows you to step into your visionary seat and set the vision for your company. Our KSA Tax Partners, the way that we serve our tax clients, and the way that our whole team works together as our clients' money team is something really special. And again, we're going to continue to show up for you. The rebrand of CEO Numbers Network is our way of being able to speak to that CEO who's ready to step into that seat, take ownership of that seat and say, yes, I'm ready to take these accurate numbers, use them to make business decisions, and own my financial journey and stop being so reactionary.
I do just want to give us another shout out, something that we did not really as part of the rebrand, but something that we launched earlier this year as Kickstart Kit. I don't know how much you've talked about it on the podcast, but it's another thing that I think just levels up our service and is very different from the industry. Is all of the resources that we provide clients. There are also some free resources that everybody else, they're public, but we really leading with that education first is something that's really at the core of what we do.
Yeah, we launched Kickstart Kit back in December, and this is what our way of combining all of the most meaningful resources that we have for clients. So it is a client exclusive, but it's a way for clients to be able to continue to educate themselves. You know, receiving accurate bookkeeping is like step one. That's base foundation. Your role as the business owner, as a CEO, once you hire a bookkeeper, you can't just say like, check, I'm out. We're really a done with you service. And so you need to continue to lean in. You're still responsible for knowing your numbers. You're still responsible for using them, making business decisions with them. And so lean in and educate yourself so that you have the tools and the resources to be able to show up as a CEO for your team.
I actually saw an ad recently on Instagram for a done for you bookkeeping service. And it makes me laugh because you never want it to be completely done for you. You want to be in your business. That's how you sit in that CEO seat. So it's a very important distinction that we work with you. We're in your business alongside you, not that we're doing it for you.
Well, thank you to everyone who stuck around to the end. I hope you can use these lessons and strategies in your own business. It's a reminder to everyone that we are all building healthy, sustainable, valuable businesses. So it's not just profitable, it is valuable business. And how are you during this next year of your business creating value and recommitting to your brand, your team, and to your clients? Promise to you that we are going to show up with the same level and more excitement for you, our clients, and our listeners. And we have so many exciting things coming up over the next year. And so just excited to roll those out and to continue to be of service.